check, check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Give me a one in the chat box so y'all can hear us clearly. If you're tuning into the Fayetteville, North Carolina Sabbath service, Baba Kushar, give me a one in the chat. All right, the water. Most High Christ. All right, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatah. To the Akim Yahweh Shema Latham Bahashim Yahweh Shah. To the sisters. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K. started at 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Operate up under command and Jenny YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with anyone. If you're not in I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. Just like clockwork, we at it again doing the Sabbath service down here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, 205 West Russell Street. Feel free to contact us about anything. Just Google I.S.U.P.K. Fayetteville. And right now we're about to conduct the Sabbath service. And you know, we did this is traditions of our Father. If you have anything that you or see or hear, anything that you do not understand, feel free to put it in the chats or in the chat box or reach out to the school, Baba Kusha. And with that, we're gonna start the service. Present yourself.
Shalom Hashem Hashem Barakatam.
Yahweh Hashem Hashem Barakatam.
YAHANNA.
YAHANNA.
Everybody imagine Saul whopping YAHANNA down and then turn and face the east. We're getting ready to say these prayers. I'm gonna start off in the Hebrew. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayah, Hayah, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'arataza, Kawah, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanlano, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakno, Kasalakno, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayano, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayano, Mayan, Rad, Kaya, Laka, Hamalak, Waha'ala, Watapara, La'alam,
Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the cock in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kashab. Nathanlano. Hakak. Larpa'ah. Kamakalab. Wakamadawab. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakak. Lahakiam. Hamathiam. Hakak. Arakawat.
Tama'ala.
Lagar Shun.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai. The water among.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings for the rank and order structure of Israel. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Miyaka'ala.
Wa Makiala.
Wa Alhayim. Batazabiyah. Halawap Yahanna. Ha'alawap. Hasaranyim. Hakwazayanyim. Hakoyoyim. Wa Agwatiyah. Yahweh. Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
The water among.
In the English, bless you Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and Michael and the angels. Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, Ahahariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ai, Izariah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yam Yakah, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makai Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, Mayatha,
Wide I will alone. In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, for which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. For this time forth, and need forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al YAHANNA, Our YAHANNA, YAHANNA, Yawan, Ra'aish, Al Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakakiram, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'alam, Awada, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryat, Yakaratwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Washama'ala, Yum, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa Amawan, Wa Amalak, Palashat, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aishalaham, Kamajin, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Layadadma, Shayatamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Kayarab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Mana'ai, Kana Sayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairasha, Lanawa, At, Na'awat, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Tayaba Ira, Wakalahabam, Tahalat, Hariam, Kantaradatma, Basiraka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shumka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ajaid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kaya Ata, Shumka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaha Arataza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashala may be in no more remembrance. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, are sure also and join with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, and to Sisir, and to Jabin, at the brook of Keson, with perish the indoor. They came as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Arel, like Zaire. Yea, all their princes, all their. Yea, all their princes, as Abad and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel that stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame sets the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fear their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone, art Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
Son, your shop may be seated. So like if I made where we left off last week was Exodus, the 10th chapter, 7 through 13, and we're gonna be picking up on Exodus, the 10th chapter, on the 14th verse, and we're gonna be starting it off in the Hebrew. Let's go ahead and go other one. Come on, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 14 in the Hebrew. Waya'al ha'a rabah al kal aratazar matazarian wayanak bakal gabawal matazarian it's like a kabar ma'ad lapanyawa la'a haya kan araba bama hawa wa'a ka rayawa la'a Yahaya kan, verse 15. Wayakas ath ayan kal ha'arataza wata kashak ha'arataza waya akal ath kal I.S.U.P.K ha'arataza wa'at kal pariyah ha'aitaza ashar hawatayar habarad wala'a nawa thar kal yarak ba'aitaza wa ba'aishab hashada bakal ha'arataza matazarian. Verse 16. Wayamahar para'ai la para'ah la masha wala'a haran waya amar hata'a taya la yahawa alaha yakum walakum. Verse 17. Wa'ita sha'a na'a kata'a taya ak hapa'ain waha'ait it's like a waha'aita rawa la yahawa alaha yakum wa yasar ma'al ya rak at hama wat hazah. Verse 18. Waya taza'a ma'aim par'ai waya thar al yahawa. Verse 19. Waya pak Yahweh rawak yum kazak ma'aid waya sha'a ath ha'araba wayata kwa'ai hawa yama sawap la'a nasha'ar araba akad bakal ga bawal matazarian. Verse 20. Waya kazak Yahweh ath la'ab laba para'ai wala'a shalak ath banya yasha'ala.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 10, and verse 14. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them they were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such.
All right, so if y'all remember last week, y'all were tuning in when Mashah went to Pharaoh. Moses went to Pharaoh, him and Ammon, and commanded or told Pharaoh these curses was going to befall Egypt if he did not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God and allow the children of Israel to go serve their God, you know what I'm saying, for a span of 3 days. Of course, and y'all know the story that Pharaoh's hardened his heart, and the Lord is allowing the plagues to come upon Egypt. So this is part of the plagues that came upon Egypt. And you know, just like I know locusts are synonymous with tearing apart your agriculture resources. You understand?
Right.
The Lord was weakening the infrastructure of Egypt at the time, what was known as a mighty place, and he used plagues to bring down the power that Egypt had. You think about most of the profitable businesses that this empire that we call America have, it relies on the work that we put in agriculture through all cattle farming, whatever that thing is. It's all manufactured, even the manufacturing plants all operate off of our labor. You understand? The Lord was destroying those things in the land of Egypt. So guess what we was doing? The work that we would have been normally putting our hands to, the Lord was destroying that, man. So he was allowing us to break free. And that's why the scriptures say, come out of her, because so many of us as Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we invest so much time in the things that are not profitable, because at the end of the day, the Lord is going to destroy this once you begin to break away from it. And that's what is happening. So, Lord willing, we're going to get on the tour. But this part of the plagues, if you tuned in last week, that the Lord allowed to come up against Pharaoh. And here it is once again, and we're going to finish rolling the thing out, the voice of the Lord. Like, let's rock.
Verse 15, for they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which hail had left. And there remaineth not any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field through all the land of Egypt.
So here it is. The Lord is stricken in Egypt through the plagues of how they survive. You understand? The resources. And that's how the Lord going to hit America as well. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste. And he said, I have sinned against the Lord your God and against you. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God that he may take away from me this death only.
Now, question I have for all you big head Negroes out there, what is Pharaoh saying that is a direct contradiction to the Christian church? Does anybody know? What Pharaoh is recognizing, the God of the Hebrews or the God of the Israelites was not his God, man.
Right.
You understand? He's saying it right here. He's saying it without saying, he said, go holler at your God, because we're worshiping bulls. Go call upon your God to stop this, because my God ain't working. My son God, my Nefertiti, what's the other one that they got? Kodon? My Newts and Sarah shooting and Akhenaten and Abashim meatloaf. My God ain't working. Let me call on the Hebrews God, man. Hey, tell your God that I send a sin upon you, because if not, man, it's gonna be my death, man. Read on.
Verse 18. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord, and the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remaineth not one locust in all the coasts of Egypt. Verse 20. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 10, verse 21 in the Hebrew. Amar Yahweh al Mashah Nasah Yadak al Hashamayim Yahaya Kashak al Arataza Matazarium Wayamash Hashak. Verse 22. Wayat Mashah Ath Yadwa al Hashamayim Wayahaya Kashak Apala Bakal Arataza Matazarium Shalashath Yam. Verse 23. La'ah Ra'awa Ayash Ath Akyawa Wala'ah Kwamawa Ayash Matkat Yawa Shalashat Yum Walakal Banya Yasha'ala Haya Awar Bamawa Shabatam 24, verse 24. Waya Kora'ah, Para'ai, Al, Masha, Waya Amar, Lakawa, Ibadawa. It's like Abadwa, At, Yahweh, Rock, Taza'ah, Nakam, Waba Kwarakam, Yatazag, Gum, Tapakam, Yalak, Imakam, verse 25. Waya Amar, Masha, Gum, Ata, Tatan, Bayad Nawa, Zabak Yum, Wa'al Lawat, Wa'a Shayanawa, Layahawa, Aya Hayanawa, verse 26. Wagum, Makwanan Nawa, Yalak, Imanawa, La'a, Tasha'ar, Sa Kaya, Mama Nawa, Nakak, La'ibad, At Yahweh, Aya, Alahaya Nawa, Wa'ana Kanawa, La'a, Nadai, Ma, Na'ibad, At Yahweh, Ad, Ba'anawa, Shema, verse 27. Waya Kazak, Yahweh, At, La'ab, Laba, Para'ai, Wala'a, Abba, Lasha, La, come. That's it.
This is verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, and there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. Verse 23. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light. But all the children of Israel, all the children of Israel.
Imagine, right? Some of y'all are panic if somebody turn the lights off in your house right now. You'll lose your damn mind. You be like, where the light switch at? You know what I'm saying? And you can still see a glimmer of light, even with looking for that light switch.
Right.
That was a darkness that fell upon Egypt, man. That I don't think y'all understand. Like when the psyche of the human mind cannot understand darkness. You understand that we're not made to understand darkness. So that's why it break prisoners when you ever hit when they say they're going into holding or they put them in what you call that, confinement. You know what I'm saying? They don't let them go out and see light because it's such a dramatic psyche, a pull that's on the brain when you're trying to process something, but you cannot see. So the Lord was destroying their way of thinking. And imagine you're in the bed, you can't get up because you just can't see nothing. There is no point in even getting up because you can't even see somebody that's next to you. Y'all, this is the power of the God that we serve. Read on.
But all the children of Israel.
But who?
All the children of Israel.
Come on.
Had light in their dwellings.
But guess what? We had light in where we was at. Y'all think about the oppression that we face here in America. Maybe you never had your lights turned off before. You understand? Maybe that's not your life. But I guarantee if across Israel, there has been somebody that done called PWC or whatever your light Lumbee River or whatever that thing is. Yeah. You don't call them and ask for an extension when your lights get cut off. Because the first thing that goes through your mind is, how am I going to feed myself? And that's what happened to Pharaoh. What's up with this product over here in the freezer? They didn't have these things. So guess what? The things that they did have reserved, they couldn't even see it to feed themselves. Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, they cut off your lights. We go get a candle.
Right.
We know. we know. You don't turn on the grill. Right. You know what I'm saying? What you say? I've been waiting to burn them candles, man. But this is the power of the Lord. All right, go ahead.
Verse 24. And Pharaoh called unto Moses, and said, Go ye serve the Lord. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, Thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof be left behind, for thereof must we take to serve the Lord our God. And we know not, Slakia, and we know not with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. Verse 27. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he wouldn't, Slakia, he would not let them go.
That's just like any other oppressor. You see you have been punished for what you're doing. You know your punishment is going to happen because of what you're doing to me, and my God loves me. But yet and still, you still want to put levels of you know what I'm saying? You want to issue out to me what you want me to have, knowing that the Lord gonna get you for it. You want to usher me out what you want me to have and how you want us to serve our God. And that's the problem with any oppressor. They want the benefit of you being there, you slaving, you working, busting your behind. But when you want something in return, guess what? It's always stipulations. That's the word I was looking for. There's always a stipulation when it comes to what it is that you need. You just have a baby on the slave. The oppressor give you 6 weeks. Well, I still got to find a child care. Well, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, there's always a stipulation. You didn't say I'm not coming back to work. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back at the slave, but give me a time enough to find somewhere I can find adequate child care for my child. And the fact that it's so hard for our sisters to do that, they have abortions, man. It's so hard for they know mentally when they have children, it's going to be a strain. Every sister know, you know what I'm saying? Every brother know that as well. So we always had that hard conversation. I'm late. And guess what? Everybody know what that really means in this empire, unless you fortunate enough to really, have a child in this earth. You understand? But if not, hey, that's part of life. You better learn how to work together and bring that child into this earth, man. Get off social media, and get the baby some Chuck Taylors. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to have the latest brand of Jordan, because the oppression is still gonna be there. Because of the oppression in this place, and the oppressor ushers out, or he always has stipulations on what he wants us to have. So that's why it's going to be there. And here it is right here. Even back then up under Egypt, that was a stipulation. Even though Pharaoh in Egypt was being plagued by the Lord, he was still trying to usher out stipulations, man. Come on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 28 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Lawa, Para'ai, Laka, Ma'alia, Slakia, Ma'alia, Hashamar, Laka, Al, Hasap, Ra'awat, Panya, Kaya, Bayawam, Raya Tak, Panya, Tamawat. Verse 29, Waya Amar, Masha, Khan, Dabarat, La'ah, Asap, Iwad, Ra'awat, Panyak. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 1. Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Maisha, Iwad, Nagai, Akkad, Abaya'ah, Al, Para'ai, Wa'al, Matazariam, Akaria, Khan, Yashalak, Atakam, Mazah, Kasha Lakawa, Kala, Garash, Yagarash, Atakam, Mazah, verse 2, Dabar, Na'ah, Ba'azan Ya, Ha'aim, Wayasha Alawa, Ayash, Ma'at, Ra'ai Hawa, Wa'asha, Ma'at, Ra'aiwat, Ra'airawata, Kalya, Kasap, Wakalia, Zahab, verse 3. Wayathan, Yahweh, At, Kan, Ha'aim, Ba'aya Yanya, Matazarium, Gum, Ha'ayash, Masha, Gadawal, Ma'ad, Ba'arataza, Matazarium, Ba'anya, Ibadya, Para'ai, Waba'anya, Ha'aim, verse 4, Waya Amar, Masha, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Ka Katazat, Kakatazat, Hala Yala, Anya, Waya Wataza'a, Batawak, Matazarium, Wamat, Kal, Bakawar, Ba'arataza, Matazarium, Maba Kawar, Para'ai, Hayashab, Al, Kasa'awa, Aid, Bakawar, Hashapata, Ashar, Akar, Hara Kayam, Wakal, Bakawar, Bahama. That's it, bro.
Come on. Verse 28. And Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me. Take heed to thyself. See my face no more. For in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die. Verse 29. And Moses said, Thou hast spoken well. I will see thy face again no more. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 11, and verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether.
Y'all hear the Lord, man. This is our God, man. This how you know this is the nigga God, if I may, because of the way that it just flow. It sounds just like, watch this. I got something for I got something for the Pharaoh, man. It's a way that it just lets you know, man. Our God is bad, man. He is bad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's just so raw with it. He said, I got one more thing for him. I'm gonna hit him with this one. You know what I mean? And after this one, he shall surely thrust you out. He said, I got something for him. This right here gonna break him. This is the Lord, man. This is our power. So why we walking around in fear, afraid of being who the Lord said we should be, man? These devils and orchestrators of this earth have nothing on the Lord. And you have to understand, because Egypt was a very prosperous place, man. It was renowned across the damn globe. And people went into Egypt and bartered and trade. People today, it's 2022, about to be 2023, and you still got the Imhotepus and the Egypt swallows still marveling at the things that the Lord destroyed, man. But don't look at themselves as being great. You look at something that everybody knows has been destroyed and has nothing to do with black people outside of servitude, and we look at it as being great. When we don't look in the mirror and see ourselves as being great, man. We don't look at the God that stops the sun from bumping into the moon as being great. You look at pyramids and it ain't no God. This is the wind or they making up stuff that's in their heads, man, instead of looking at themselves and saying we have a God that is greater than all of that. Because these things have been destroyed. This thing that whatever that mankind had built was destroyed. You don't have to believe in the Most High power, but you know it was destroyed by some type of power. Fortunately, that we're in the I.S.U.P.K, we know what that power is. Come get some if you want some. Go ahead.
Come, verse 2. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. Verse 3. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians.
Right, it's time to shine. This is us, man. Right. Hey, man, let me get your chain, man. God, we about to turn up. Yeah. We about to show out in front of these Egyptians. It's almost like when we get ready to get up out of here, man. When this thing start falling, don't be a dummy and be like 9/11. You should be in Israel. Once we see things that happening that are prophecies that we know that are coming true at the hand of the Lord, we say La Yashala. We say, let's go get us a drink. We say, what's next, Lord? We go ahead and shine. We're not worried about the conditions of this place, man. Read on.
Moreover, the man Moses was very great.
And you hold on, Salak, and you know this is how black folks do. This is how black Hispanics, Native Indian do. Cause when the vid hit the earth, they was like, "Oh, how many weeks we gonna get off? We still gonna get paid for being off? Oh man, black people, we start doing it up. That's right. Ain't that what we start doing?
All right.
We start. Oh man, we was cutting up. They still out them stimulus checks. Oh man, we was cutting up, man. They were like, you know what? And guess what? Black Hispanic Native, they say we ain't went back to work since. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. Verse 4, and Moses said, thus said the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. Verse 5, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of the beasts.
What's on Christ? This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 6 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, Taza I.Q.A, Gadalah, Bakal, Aratazah, Matazarium, Ashar, Kama Hawa, La'ah, Nahayata, Waka Mahawa, La'ah, Tasap. Verse 7, Walakal, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'ah, Yaka Rataza, Balab, Kalab, La Shanya, La Ma Ayash, Wa'id, Bahama, La Ma'ain, Tada, Iwan, Ishar, Ya Pala, Yahweh, Bayan, Matazarium, Wabayan, Yasha'ala, verse 8, Wayaradwa, Kal, Ibadyak, Ilah, Alya, Shata Kawawa, Laya, La'amar, Taza'ah, Ata, Wakal, Ha'aim, Ashar, Bara Gal Yak, Wa'akaria, Khan, Ataza'ah, Wayataza'ah, Ma'aim, Para'ai, Bakaria, Ap, verse 9. Verse 9. Waya Amar Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'ah, Yashamai, Al Yakum, Para'ai, Lama'ain, Rabawat, Mawapatya, Ba'arataza, Matazarium.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 6.
And so, like in verse 5, you know what it said. Everybody done heard of this before. This thing is still remembered in the earth today. What the Lord said He's gonna do to the firstborn. Read on.
Khan. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there were none like it.
And here it is for those who I've heard somebody say that's the God y'all serve that killed the firstborn. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all give praise to that. We're like, you damn right. Because what y'all don't understand is before that, who ushered this thing into the earth first? Who did it first? Pharaoh did. Pharaoh wanted all the boys dead, right? If I'm not mistaken. He said, if it be a man child, you should kill it. He trying to cut off our generations, man. And we just read the comment what the sister said. She said, not only is the child care, you know what I'm saying, being able to afford it. Oh man, it's a double whammy, if I may. Read on.
Khan. Such as there were none like it, nor shall be like it anymore. Verse 7, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know how how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Between who?
The Egyptians and Israel.
Them damn Africans. You understand? They try to tell me not all the Africans are filthy and disgusting. That they ain't like me.
Right. That's right.
Huh? If you ain't like Israel, then I call like I said, you ain't like me. I'm special. Thus says the Lord. You ain't like me. See my footwork? You ain't got these. No, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Egyptians, you're not like us, man. Africans, you're not like us. Skin color, all what did it say? All skin folks ain't kin folks. Damn right. The water.
Verse 8. And all these thy servants shall come come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. Verse 10. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 12, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of the months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 3. In the Hebrew. The borrower, Al, Kal, Idat, Yasha'ala, La Amar, Ba'ishar, La Kadash, Hazah, Wayakawa, Laham, Ayash, Shah, Labayat, Abat, Shah, Labayat. Verse 4. Wa'am, Yama'ait, Habayat, Mahayat, Mashah, Walakwak, Hawa'a, Washa Kanya, it's like Washa Kanawa, Hakorab, Al, Bayat Wa, Bama Kata, it's like Bama Kasat, Napashat, Ayash, Lapaya, Akalwa, Taka Sawa, Al, Hashat, it's like Hasha, verse 5, Shah, Tamayam, Zakar, Ban, Shana, Yahaya, Lakam, Man, Haka, Bash, Yum, Waman, Ha'ai, Zayam, Takwa, Kawa, verse 6, Wahaya, it's like Wahaya, it's like Lakam, La'ma, Shamarat, Aid, Irabai, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazah, Washak, Tawa, Atwa, Kal, Kahal, Idat, Yasha'ala, Bayan, Ha'irabayam, verse 7, Wala Kwakawa, Man, Hadam, Wanat Nawa, Al, Shatya, Hamaza, Wazat, Wa'al, Hama Shakawap, Al, Habatium, Ashar, it's like Ashar, Ya'akalwa, Atwa, Baham, verse 8, Wa'akalwa, At, Habashar, Balaya La, Hazah, Matazarian, it's like Tazaria, Ash, Wamatazawat, Al, Marar, Yum. Good night. Mario, Karakan, most correct. Ash, slacking. Call Hawa, verse 9. Al, Kalwa, Mamanawa, Na'a, Wabashal, Mabashal, Bama Yum Kaya, Tazaya, Ash, Ash, Slaki, Ra'ashwa, Al, Kara'ai, Yawa, Wa'al, Karabawa.
Come on, verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month,
And Salakia. In verse 2, it said, this month shall be unto you the beginning of what? Months, man. Of months. The Lord is once again making us separate. So good read on, Salakia.
in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. Verse 4, and if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto him, next unto his house, take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating.
Souls meaning people, right? Read on.
Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Once again, it's brotherhood. If your neighbor don't have enough, you share with your brother, man. According to how many people that are in his house. Don't be trying to this is all mine. The Lord is giving us, Moses is giving us very specific instructions on how to continue our brotherhood and our sisterhood. Read on.
Come, verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall make it out for the sheep or from the goats. Verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. Verse 7, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorpost of the house, wherein they shall eat it. Verse 9, and they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Verse 9, eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the prudence thereof.
Well, what is sodded? Sodded is like roast. Sodded. Yeah, sodded. SODDEN. I think that's what like you baste it in water. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's supposed to be burned with fire. Sodded. Not like boiled. Or like
It says sod. It says cover with sod or piece of turkey.
Just to make sure our people know that it's SODDEN.
It says sod the grass or for no, that's not it. To cover with one side, that's all it's saying. Other one.
Soda. SODDEN.
SODDEN. Also like
soda.
Soda, and it says a dull or expressionless, especially from continuous indulgence in alcohol behavior. Heavy with or as if moisture or water.
Right. So this thing gonna be with fire. You understand? With fire, right? So how they do the basting of turkeys and all that. You take the water and you keep doing all this. The Lord said, "Now I wanted this on fire." You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come on, this is the book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 10 in the Hebrew. Wala'ah tawat yara wa mamanawa aid bakwar wahanatar mamanawa aid bakwar ba'ash tasha rapawa. Verse 11, wakaka ha'akalwa atwa mat nayakam hagariyum wa slaki na'al yakum baragal yakum wama kwalakum bayadkum wa'akalatum atwa Baka Paza Wan Pasak Hawa'ai La Yahweh, verse 12. Wa'ai Baratia Ba'aratiza Matazarium Balayala Haza Wahakayatya Kal Bakawar, Ba'aratazar, Matazarium, Ma'adam, Wa'id, Bahama, Wabakal, Alahaya, Matazarium, Aisha, Slaka, Aisha, Shapat Yum, Anya, Yahweh, verse 13, Wahaya, Hadum, Lakam, La'ath, Al, Habat Yum, Ashar, Atham, Shum, Wara'ai, Yatya, Ath, Hadum, Wapasa, Wapasak, Wapasakatya, Alakam, Wala'ah, Yahaya, Bakam, Nagap, Lama Shak Yath, Baha Katya, Ba'aratiza Matazarium, verse 14, Wahaya, Hayawam, Hazah, Lakam, Lazakarawa, Slacken, Lazakarawan, Waha, Slacken, Waka, Gatham, Atwa, Kag, La Yahawa, Ladarat Yakum, Ka Kwat, Iwalam, Taka Gawa, Slacken, Taka Gahawa, verse 15, Shaba'ait, Yum Yum, Matazawat, Ka Slakin, Ta'a Kalwa, Ak, Bayawam, Hara Aishawan, Slakin, Tasha Bat Yawa, Slakin, Tasha Batwa, Ashar, Mabat Yakam, Kaya, Kal, Akal, Hama, Slakin, Kamataza, Wana Karatya, Hapa, Hana Pash, Hahawa'a, Maya Sha'ala, Mayawam, Hara'ashan, Aid, Yawam, Hasha Ba'ai, verse 16, Waba Yawam, Hara'ashawan, Makara'a, Kadash, Waba Yawam, Hashab Ya'aya, Makara'a, Kadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Kal, Mala'aka, La'a, Ya'ai, Ya'isha, Baham, Ak, Ashar, Ya'akal, Lakal, Napash, Hawa'a, Labadwa, Wa'isha, Lakam.
Verse 10, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. Verse 11, and thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
It's the what?
The Lord's Passover.
This is our Passover. All the instruction that we keep from top, the same instruction that Moses got right here. Guess what? We keep it in the I.S.U.P.K. We keep the traditions of old in the U.P.K. We gird up our loins, make sure every brother on the feet game be toward. We don't let nobody walk around barefooted. You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I'm saying, has shoes on your feet. And guess what? Something it be so good, you eat it with what? Haste. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is gonna tell them why they should eat it with haste. Read on.
Verse 12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn.
Y'all better hurry up and eat. Go ahead now, because I'm gonna do what?
Smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt. I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Right. When he say gods, he's not talking about he's the only true and living God. He's talking about the things that they call gods, not an actual God. You know, they praise the bull, they praise the sun, they praise phallus, they praise the what you call it, the ovaries of a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole unk that they walk around with. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else they gave reverence to in Egypt?
Rain.
Was that
Rain?
Rain. They prayed the wind. They had all type of gods that they prayed to. That was, and the Lord showed them none of those gods meant a damn thing. You understand? Read on.
Verse 13, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the house where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. Verse 14, and this day shall be unto you for a memorial, that ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations.
Now let me ask you a question. This thing the Lord did for us. Before before the Lord open your eyes and allow you to see the truth and come into the I.S.U.P.K, how many of you actually kept the Passover? How many of y'all actually kept the Passover? You didn't, but you did pray to a false god on what? Easter. That's what you did. You went and hid eggs and you looked for the one that had the money in it. Because you didn't like all the other eggs because they made your breath stink. You hated the whole getting glammed up, the dumb Easter speeches and all that. And show me the Easter speech right here in this scripture that we just read. Show me your lavender suits and your Easter egg baskets and the bunny, the Cadbury bunny. Let me see it. Well, did we read that in here? Our bar? No, we didn't read none of that. Any of it. So what was the purpose of it? Why do we do it? If we say Easter is supposed to represent the Passover, show me anything that the Lord said about a rabbit in here. You don't see it. And that's why we say Christianity is white supremacy. The church is the house of Satan, man. These things have nothing to do with the Lord. These are all the gods of the earth. And if you read into it, the history of Easter, you'll understand why it has nothing to do with the Lord. Read on.
Ye shall keep it a feast by ordinance forever. Verse 15, 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day shall ye put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
You didn't know that either, did you? You see how much we don't know? You can go to the Christian church your entire life, full-blown adult, be 55 years old and didn't know nothing about didn't know nothing about the Lord Day, the Passover, or the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Know nothing about it. But when we bring it to you, all of a sudden, we don't know what we're talking about. You wrong. Y'all reading too deep in it. Now we're reading what's there. If you say you're going to follow something, you say you're going to follow God, man, this is how you do it. You be obedient to what thus says the Lord. You don't make things up. But that's what the earth does. Read on.
Verse 16, and in the day, so like in the first day, there shall be a holy convocation. And in the seventh day, there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the Feast of First Fruit, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you're going into the high holy days that the Lord done laid out for us, man, after the Passover. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 17 in the Hebrew. Washamaratham at hamatazawat kaya ba'atazam hayawam hazah hawatazaat ya at tazaba wat slakin tazaba wat yakam ma'arataza matazarium washamaratham at Hayawam, Hazah, Ladarat Yakam, Kakwat, Iwalam, verse 18, Bara Ashan, Slakin, Ba'ara, Ba'ai, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Ba'irab, Ha'a, Slakin, Ta'akalwa, Matazat, Yawam, Ha'akad wa'asharayim lakadash ba'irab, verse 19. Shaba'ith yam sha'ar la'ah yamataza'ah babat yakam kaya kal akal maka matazat wana karata salakim Hanapash, Hahawa'a, Mataza, Ma'idat, Yasha'ala, Bagal, Bagar, Waba Azarak, Ha'aratiza, verse 20, Kal, Maka Matazat, La'a, Ha'a Kalwa, Bakal, Mawa Shabbat Yakam, Ta'akawa, Matazawat, verse 21, Wayakara, Masha, Lakal, Zakanya, Yasha'ala, Waya Amar, Alaham, Masha, Mashakwa, Kawa, Lakam, Tazaan, Lamasha, Pat Yakam, Washakatwa, Hapa Sak, verse 22, Wala Kwak Thumb, Aga Dat, Aza Wab, Wata Balatum, Badum, Ashar, Basap, Waha Gaai Thumb, Al, Hamasha Kowap, Wa'al, Shatya, Hamaza Wazat, Man, Hadam, Ashar, Basap, Wa'atam, La'a, Hatazawa, Ayash, Mapatak, Bayatwa, Aid, Bakwar, verse 23, Wa'ibar, Yahweh, La Nagap, At, Matazaria, Wara, At, Hadam, Al, Hamasha, Kowap, Wa'al, Shatya, Hamaza Wazat, Wa Pasak, Yahweh, Al, Hapatak, Wala'a, Yatan, Hamashakayat, Laba'a, Al, Batayakum, Lanagap. That's it.
Verse 17, and ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the self same day I have brought you and your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Verse 18, in the first month.
Hold up, even y'all remember if y'all remember, we talked about this. The Lord is a man of war, and if we're his children, would that make us warriors, right? Let you know that, man, the Lord looks at us as being a army. Read that verse again.
And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the self same day I have brought you, brought your armies.
Your armies. This in the scriptures right here. You don't know why the I.S.U.P.K has generals. You wonder why the I.S.U.P.K has captains and officers and troopers. This is the structure of a military, man. This is the order of a house, a rank and structure. And if you do not have that, then you have a bunch of chaos. And that's what happens. The Lord said we are an army, so we organize ourselves like an army does. Everything in decency and in order. Go ahead.
Out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. Verse 18, in the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. Verse 19, 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Verse 20, ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Verse 21, then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. Verse 22, and ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the intel, and the two side posts with the blood that is the basin, that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out of the door of the house until the morning.
What he's saying, take this bush. It's like a hospice, like a gathering of bushes. We would call them switches. You know what I'm saying? Like a bush, and you're gonna You're gonna do it around the frame of the door, okay? You're gonna take this blood and put it around the frame of the door, Baba Kusha. All right, go ahead.
Verse 23. For the Lord would pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord would pass over the door and would not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you.
Now I know Israel. We you know what I'm saying? We funny, you know what I mean? I wonder what anybody trying to peek outside the door that day. You think they probably stuck their head out the door? They probably. But I'm almost sure they had already seen the plagues that had taken place, and they say, you know what, this must be the Lord. Let me do what Moses said. You see the thing that happens. See, we always looking for that sign that to prove that there is a God. You understand? When the truth about praising the Lord is you got to have faith. Huh? You understand that thing is you got to walk in that direction of serving the Most High without knowing that okay, it's something over there for me to gain. It's just you being obedient. You understand? You put this down. You put the blood of the basin around the door, man. You do what you're told to do by the leaders that the Lord gives us over Israel. If you don't want to do that, then kick rocks. But the children of Israel has seen what? They seen the darkness. They seen the locusts. They seen the boils. They seen the frogs. We seen the plagues. But guess what? Today in this empire, you're seeing the same thing that is taking place, but we don't recognize it. We just think, okay, you know, it just the COVID, it just cancer, it just emphysema. These are plagues that the Lord is saying, hey, stop doing what you're doing, trying to get your attention right here. But there's going to come a time where these plagues are going to be specifically designed for the high and mighty of America, man. And we're going to be looking at them like, ooh, wee. But guess what? When the leaders of Israel begin to tell you what you should do to protect yourself from these same plagues, I pray to the Lord that you listen. That's right. Go ahead. That's it. And with that, Amadium.
YAHANNA.
YAHANNA. Get ready to say these prayers. And that means turn and face the east, Salaki. We're going to start off the prayers with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayat, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayat, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'arataza, Kawab, Hayat, Bashamayim, Nathanlanau, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknau, Kabawatnau, Kasalaknau, Kabawatnau, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanau, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayinau, Mayan, Rai, Kayab, Lakam, Hamalakut, Waha'ala, Wataparat, Lawalumium, Amun.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kashab, the Thunlanau, Hakak, Larpa'ab, Kamakalab, the Kamarawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazariah, Hakak, Lahakim, Hatama'alam, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Water Aman.
In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to clean the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is the blessings for Israel. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Miyaka Allah.
Wa Makiyala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Lahayim.
Matazabiyah.
Tazbiyah.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Ha Alawapim.
Alawapim.
Ha Sarayim.
Hasarayim.
Ha Kwataziyoyim.
Hakoziyoyim.
Ha Kayoyoyim.
Hakoyoyim.
Wa Agwatim.
Wa Akawati.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Tawara Aman.
Tawara Aman. In English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahanna. The generals. The captains. The officers. Troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. I.H.A.R.I.M. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ai. I.Z.A.R.I.M. Ma'aim. Yahweh. I.S.H.A.P.K. Shamayam. Wa'arataza. Ayatan. Lamawat. Regalka. Ayanawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yam Yakab. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ayakakab. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makarai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabawa'aka. Mayatha. Wa'aid Iwalam.
Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh that saith upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in for this time forth and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Dam Yalakab. Al-Takarash. Wa Al-Tashakwat. Al-Kaya. Hana. Awayabika. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ish. Al-Aimaka. Ya'ira Yamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'itazawa. Al-Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakakinam. Magoya. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Shamyasha Allah. Awada. Kaya. Nawa'itazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Ayaka. Baryat. Yakaratwa. Ahoya. Adawam. Wayashma'ala. Yum. Mawa'aba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Palashat. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labaya Lawat. Selah. Aisha Lahum. Kamajim. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayadara. Hayawa. Daman. Layadama. Shayatamwa. Not slacking. Nadayamawa. Kayarab. Wakazabah. Wakazabak. Wakatazal. Mana'ai. Kalnasayakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarashah. Lanawa. Ath. Na'at. Slacking. Na'awat. Alaham. Slacking. Alahayam. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapaya Raka. Kaash. Ira. Wakalahaba. Tahalat. Hariyam. Kantaradatma. Basaraka. Wabasa. Wapatka. Tabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyahum,
Palaham,
Palawan,
Payawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Payakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Payawawa,
Aida,
Aida,
Wayakaparwa,
Payaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wadabadwa,
Wayadawa,
Wadawa,
Kaya Ata,
Kayata,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Alkaha Arataza.
Al-Kara'arataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered. For they are consulted together, but one can say, they are confederate against thee. Tabernacle of Edom, and the Israelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, and Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur also, and joined with them. They are hoping the children alive. Say lie, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, as the brook of Son, with perish the Endor. They came as dung for the earth. Make their note like Hareb, like Zaire, yea, all their priests, as Abad, and as a moon, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. Oh Yahweh, make them like a wheel, and stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid, and fill with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir, sisters Yashab, or Yashab Yom, men of Israel, we're going to gird thyselves to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Brakiyah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakiyah. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakiyah.
Yahweh Shem Shabrakiyah.
Men of Israel, we're gonna give one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amab Shabbat, Imaj, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shabrakatah,
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Brakatam.
Yayamata, sisters, Imaj, you understand, brothers, Salaki, men of Israel, sorry for turn to face the sisters. Men of Israel, Amab Shabbat, Imaj, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Latah Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Yayamata, Sabbath dismissed.